What's up, YouTube? It's Vincent here. And what I'm gonna be doing from now on is very quick reviews. This phone does not have a lot of memory, despite me deleting shit off of it. It just doesn't have a lot of memory, so I can't really do long videos. And so what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to do quick reviews, say what I gotta say about the album, and be on my way. So today I'm going to be talking about Domination by Morbid Angel, released 1995. Now, this is Morbid Angel's fourth release, and it's a very underrated record. It's an album that a lot of fans either overlook or just straight up don't like. Now, a lot of people do like it, but I would say more so, dislike it. The sound of this record is kind of interesting because it's a tiny bit less extreme than the previous three. It is still heavy, it's still death metal, but there's some elements that make it different. For one thing, there are some industrial elements in the drumming and in the general feeling of the album. Now, this gets overstated a little bit, in my opinion. It's not a big influence. It doesn't sound like Fear Factory or something like that. It doesn't. It still sounds like Morbid Angel style death metal. It just kind of has a little bit more of a polished, mechanical sound to it. Another thing about it is the song structures themselves. A lot of the songs in this record are less full-on blast beat speed and more melody, more interesting song structure. But again, it's still fast in many parts. It's still Morbid Angel. It's still death metal. It just kind of has a slightly less feral feeling to it in replacement with this kind of more refined songwriting. The atmosphere is another thing I really like off this album. Morbid Angel are a really cool band because each record they do sounds completely different in every way. In production, in style a little bit, in atmosphere. This record has a very swampy, kind of nocturnal feeling to it, as weird as that sounds. The record cover gives off this very weird vibe. The color scheme is like green and purple, you know what I mean? And it just kind of has this swampy, dark vibe that I really find unique and that no other death metal album has, and that no other Morbid Angel album has. And it, in my opinion, can be somewhat comparable to Blessed Are the Sick. Just a little bit. Not very much, though. The songs are just really interesting. They are progressive in a certain way, but not too much, to the point where they become like wank, basically. Trey's leads on this record are fantastic, as well as Eric Rutan. But Trey's leads in particular, they just reach a zenith that they're so melodic, they're catchy, they're lyrical. You know, they're solos that you can hum after you hear them, you know what I mean? So, it's just a really good album. I think it's very underrated. I think it has a unique, distinct feeling to it that keeps me coming back. And another thing about it that's kind of funny is it's a summer album for me. There's something about the album that gives off like a hot summer swampy vibe, like I said, and I really dig that. So now that summer's coming around, I've been, listening to it a lot, and I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah, I think that's it. Great production, very interesting atmosphere, very interesting song structure, and overall, a very unique piece of death metal. So yeah, that's my review of Morbid Angel's Domination, released in 1995. I love it. I think it's awesome. If you overlooked it, I highly suggest checking it out. And there's going to be more for me in the future. So thank you guys very much for watching. Tell me what you think of this short review format. And see you guys next time.